The Viewer's Choice segment is back at it once again, and you guys decided for us to speak about the ever wonderful Fresh and Fit. I'm totally just kidding. They're probably the worst content creators out there.
They're actually not bad content creators. Like, I mean,
you know what? They're good at their job at creating content.
They lie a lot, but they
but
create
the content itself is bullshit.
The best content they create, they do it unwittingly. So, like,
they do it to give themselves an out.
No, I'm saying, like, their best work, the best content that I've watched from them happens unintentionally.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. I thought you were saying, like, the content where they do, like, financial shit and all that shit. No, that's to give themselves an out.
I can go watch a TED Talk anywhere.
You know?
I don't need Fresh and Fit.
I can watch, like, fucking Dave Ramsey or some shit. Like, I don't need them.
That's my thing. There are better options.
Oh, 1,000%. But seems like they've had a lot going on this week, for lack of better words. First thing that I've seen is that they don't know how to please women. Or, sorry, they choose to ignore completely pleasing women. And then the second thing I've seen is that they have gotten checked by a couple of radio hosts down under in Australia. I think we would probably want to talk about them not pleasing their women first, because that's a little wild.
So you mentioned the fact that we hadn't talked about DJ Envy and his wife.
Yes.
I think that is so funny, man, because it's like it's two opposite ends of the of that situation, like two opposite extremes.
I would agree.
Because on one end, you got Fresh and Fit, who okay, so very obviously you don't make women come when you have sex. Like, you couldn't, because I mean, listen to you talking. So
you know,
that's number one, and then number two, you don't feel like it's even necessary. Like, just for the simple fact that it's less common or it's harder to do, it's like, I'm good.
Well, it also goes in line with the fact that pretty much all of their relationships are purely transactional.
They are very transactional. I think even when he said that on his show, the chick right there was like, that's why I don't know your relationships work out, man. Like, man, how could you be in a relationship with somebody committed who's not busting your nut? How does that work? Explain that to me. Just being a human being. We're not talking men and women right now. Somebody is not flicking your bean. They are not popping your cherry. They are not giving you the fireworks.
Yeah. No, that's absolutely not.
How could you be with that?
You can't be with that long term.
Then on the other side of the spectrum, we got DJ Envy, who is having whole interviews with his wife, explaining to America that he did not make his wife climax for 10 years.
Yeah, 10 years is a little nuts.
Fam.
10 years is a little wild.
Dog, I am not in the habit of calling men simps. But if ever there was a situation, like, cause let's think of, I know this is a Fresh and Fit video. I'm saying, with DJ Envy though, could you just imagine them going on TV and talking about something like that about her that she wasn't able to do? Like, it don't even have to be that. Like, yeah, man, I wasn't attracted to my wife's ass for 10 years. Yeah. It just looked terrible. And then she finally started doing some squats, and I told her about it, and I just let her know what I needed her to do, and she got it together.
He would get canceled.
He would be out of here.
He would be
fucking out of here.
Yeah. Yep.
He'd be done.
Mm-hmm. But what are you going to cancel his wife from?
No, like, I'm not saying I'm not the cancel police. I'm just saying, like, it felt very intrusive. And I know they offered it up, so we didn't intrude. I'm just saying, like, there are parts of your life that you don't have to share.
That is true. They're very clearly playing headlines to get publicity for the book that they're
whatever
trying to
it
sell.
is. Yeah, for sure. But in any case, those are the opposite ends of the extreme. So back down here on the bottom half with the motherfuckers who don't know and don't want to know better. Mm-hmm. It's sad, dog. Like, you literally, the only value you provide to a woman, it's not even your physical prowess. The only thing you can provide her is money. Mm-hmm. So, like, you are not even you. It's your wallet that she's attracted to. That's how you are teaching people to not only get women, but to interact with them. And demonize them when they push, some sort of financial string as a requirement for a relationship. That's called being a gold digger. But then for you to only provide money, that's it. Like, you could at least pitch in some hard dick and bubble gum, but you ain't even got that, fam.
Nope.
You ain't even got that.
Nope. Which would lead to a woman probably cheating on you at some point. If all you're providing
and that's his craziest thing. So think about the old, rich, successful, detached husband who doesn't really care about his wife or what she needs or her sexual feelings anymore or what have you. And now here you go, you got the young paper boy or the pool boy, and he's young and he's strapped and he thirsty for your damn wife and he wants to make her get there.
And she's going to use your money to go buy him shit.
Buy it, give him whatever the fuck he want. Treat him like a king.
Yep. That is wild. That literally goes against everything you teach, but that's cool.
It's like they have no understanding of how to interact with women whatsoever.
They don't.
And it's like the more that they talk, the more that they reveal it.
Yeah.
Women don't need to, bruh. Okay, so what happens with you after that happens for her? Like, that's the dumbest shit I have ever heard in my life. Ain't necessary to put oil in the car. When it's shut down, it's shut down. You go get a new fucking car. Why you got to put oil in it? You ride it until it breaks and get a new one.
Yeah, no, none of that shit makes sense to me at all.
Every time they talk, it get worse. It get worse.
And it was crazy because they had some guy on there that was like, "Yeah, no, I make my women orgasm." Like, I don't know,
bro. Like,
I don't know what y'all talking about.
What the fuck are you talking about right here? Like, real shrimpy energy over there, dog. Yeah. Like now, if you don't got it, you don't got it. You can go talk to some other people about that, but.
Yeah,
like, that's the goal, fam. Like, that is literally the goal of having sex. Like,
sure, unless you don't know how to do it.
That feels rapey.
Oh, big time.
It feels
big
rapey. Time. Like to want to engage with in sex with someone that, like, you don't have any type of intention of pleasuring feels like very, like, predatorish. It feels invasive. It feels,
it's one-sided.
Yeah,
completely one-sided. Knowing that you're going into that situation just for that. That
doesn't feel right. Like, who goes in with that mindset of, like, yeah, no, I'm just like
somebody who pays for their women.
Like that feels like abuse, fam.
Somebody who pays for their women feel like that.
Well, yeah, there you go. And that's really what it is, because when you used to buying it, you don't feel like none of that romance or foreplay or any of that has to go in. When you're actually dating women, when you're actually having to go out and pull women in real life, not only in these fucking controlled situations that they videotape and sell to you, but in real life, this kind of shit doesn't make any sense. Doesn't matter how much money you make, fam. If you ain't getting it done, you ain't getting it done. She gonna get it done somewhere else.
Yeah. And I can tell that they've never been with a good-looking woman that they've never paid for because of the next situation we go into.
It's like, where's the evidence, man? Like, so if you follow them and you're listening to them from dating advice, you realize that you are taking dating advice from dating gurus who are perpetually single. So you're single. You don't want to be single. You want to find women. Okay. Shouldn't you listen to people who have women already? Would you go buy a car from a car lot with no cars on it?
No.
Would you go to the mall and buy shoes from a place that didn't have anything on the walls?
Absolutely not.
Would you buy food from a place that had nothing burning, no pots going, nothing frying? No
smells, nothing? No.
Both of these niggas are perpetually single. The only sniff of booty we seen coming from either one of them publicly is the sugar baby that Fresh hired.
Yep.
But, we gonna get through these comments, bro. Oh, y'all just fucking hate them because they get money and they get all these women and they have that nice apartment in Miami. Hey, man.
Don't mean shit if they can't get a second date.
They're P-Hub addicts in Miami too.
That's a fact.
I don't know what to tell you. If shooting a podcast with a great view, by the way, their view is fucking awesome. But shooting a podcast from a luxury apartment means you get women automatically, then I don't know how to help y'all. I don't even know how to speak to you.
Especially since their following does not do the same.
We not cut the same. We not talking the same language, because that shit that you talking about is bullshit.
Yep.
It's bullshit. But hey.
Yeah, so that leads into the conversation that they had with Kyle and Jackie O.
There you go.
Men and women are not the same. Women like attention. Men want sex. So my thing is, a man is capable of having sex with other women while still loving his girl the same.
You're actually saying that in a relationship, it's okay for men to go and explore other options, but we have to be happy with you and not explore options.
Absolutely. Closed on your end, open on my end, and I think there should be honest between the two.
Why? Why would anyone agree to that?
You can't just go throwing that thing around. I spoke to Dan Balserian. Yeah, I'm sick of you asking to finish your long, boring answers that are the same answer every time we ask you a question. Even Dan Balserian last week told me to my face, "So fucking what, clown? Here you are on the show. I can turn you off as well. Just turn these clowns off. See you fellas, grow up, ring us back when you're 30 and you've got half a brain. You're not running around being led by your own dicks. Bye-bye. See you later. Turn them off."
So they're on this radio show, and I've seen the full 25-minute clip instead of just the one going around on Twitter. Mm-hmm. And they're basically going on about how, essentially, again, because they've made this comment before, that men can have Instagram, women can't. And if women do post on Instagram, all these bikini pics and whatnot, that's cheating, which is probably the dumbest shit I ever heard in my life. And also goes hand in hand with the fact that I don't think they've ever been with a beautiful woman that they haven't paid for. Kind of reminded me of Cam Newton's comments that he didn't really articulate all too well, in the sense that what I would think that they were speaking about would be that bad bitch, as opposed to, you know, a woman that they actually want to be in a relationship with, or a real woman. Mm-hmm. But again, they littered this entire thing with nothing but untrue statements, bullshit stats, facts that aren't in fact facts. They even tried to say that because women get more messages as a whole, that technically this is cheating because men don't get that many messages, and they base it off of a chart that they got from OkCupid, which is not the same thing as Instagram at all. And then the female on the show, Jackie O, she refutes their comments by saying that, yeah, you know, obviously women get a lot more messages, yada, yada, yada. But in fact, men respond to them a lot more than women do, which makes absolute sense, right? A woman, good-looking woman, probably gets hundreds of messages a day,
more options,
but she's not responding to all these messages. Whereas men, if they get any message from, you know, at least a decently attractive woman, they're responding to that shit. Yeah. And so in that case, wouldn't a man be more likely to cheat based off of being on Instagram as opposed to a woman?
Well, here's because I'm not about to argue fucking social media statistics. I it's not fruitful. But if your preference is to have a woman who doesn't post a lot of pictures on social media, there's nothing wrong with that. You want to date a woman who's more modest and reserved, and, you know, doesn't put up a whole lot for public consumption. You're right. That's your preference. There's nothing wrong with having a preference.
Yep.
Having that preference, pushing it as a requirement for being in a relationship, but then not holding yourself to that same standard on the other side is hypocrisy. It's like blatant hypocrisy. Like trying to add a caveat to your responsibilities of interacting on social media. Trying to add a caveat to it because you're a dude is lowbrow. It doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
Like, it's laughable that he sits up there and tries to argue it. You sound as biased as a person could possibly be. And so, like, that's why I don't take them serious, because it's a grift.
You can't take it seriously because literally the entire time Myron is circling in his conversations, repeating himself a lot, trying to gaslight the woman who's interviewing him, and constantly cutting her off.
It's a grift, bro. Like if I had an opinion that I wanted to push, like Myron's, right? The best thing that I could do, let's take Recast T'Challa for instance, right? Mm-hmm. So Recast T'Challa was carefully put together and strategically worded to as to evade certain obstacles, right? If you're Myron and you have a thought process that you know is going to be controversial, you have an opinion that you know is going to be controversial, the best thing for you to do is to arm yourself intellectually against just like plain things like false statistics, quoting false statistics, or leading yourself into like hypocritical corners, right? Ideological pretzels. Right? You don't want to make a convoluted argument that people can fuck up or misconstrue.
Yeah.
So whenever someone is so obvious in their willingness to expect something of someone else and not hold themselves to that same standard, they do not care about the legitimacy. They don't care about the empirical facts. They care about the every time you hear the headline. They care about the pearl clutch. They care about the attention that what it is he's saying gets him, i.e. the grift. Mm-hmm. It's a show.
Yeah.
Yep. If he doesn't know enough to guard himself against being hypocritical in a statement where he's trying to put his viewpoint out there, like he knows he sounds hypocritical, he doesn't care. Right. He doesn't give a fuck. He he's not honestly trying to help y'all. He wants your money.
For sure.
Niggas need to watch Wolf on Wall Street, man.
Facts.
Niggas need to watch Wolf on Wall Street, for sure.
There are a couple of things I thought were interesting. One, when I listed the poll, I did say that they got checked by the radio show. I don't necessarily feel like they got checked anymore. And I think somebody even mentioned that in the comments. But I watched the whole thing.
Did you say they kicked them off?
Yeah, and that's what I was going to get into. So it seems like at first the guy on the show, the radio show, was like agreeing with them kind of, even though he may have been doing that sarcastically. Mm-hmm. And then afterwards he got like sick of them talking in circles, giving bullshit facts, and then basically, kicked them off the show, which I don't necessarily feel like that's checking them so much as it kind of feeds into what they want to say, because they're like, oh yeah, they were so, put off by all these stats that we gave them that they kicked us off the show.
Yeah, that's how that's gonna go.
They even went as far as to put triggered Karen in their thumbnail of what happened on their channel, which I thought was nuts because she wasn't the one that kicked them off. He was. Right, yeah. Also, Fit was standing there right next to Myron, as they do on the show, and I don't think he said more than 2 words in the entire 25-minute clip that I watched.
He's just there for
which I thought was absolutely hilarious.
Also, I think it's funny that we're using Black American vernacular to describe a woman by someone who doesn't hold any value in Black America. You can give us Karen back, fam.
It's a fact.
We'll take it back.
It's a fact.
Take it back. Give it back to the darkies.
Yikes. The last thing I wanted to point out was that Myron makes a comment that women are after attention and men are after sex, after Jackie explains that men are much more likely to actually respond to the DMs.
Okay. Now remember, this guy he's an Ivy League educated. Mm-hmm. He used to work for the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Zero shot he thinks that's how humans work. Zero chance he actually believes all men want sex, all women want attention, full stop. If you believe Myron is the smart person that he is, if you go to him for financial advice, if you go to him for things outside of dating advice, then you're acknowledging the fact that this man is smart, right? No one believes that every single man who has ever lived only wanted sex. Only. It's their only motivation. That's it. Even the eunuchs. Sex. Just sex. Every single one of them. Full stop. No exceptions. Women, all they want is attention. No exceptions.
Yep.
No women want sex. No men want attention. You want attention, bitch.
But that's not the craziest part about that. So then he then goes on to say that men of status are exercising their options, which is literally cheating. Literally cheating. If a man responds to a message in his DMs, he's exercising his options.
Hold on. He's already acknowledged the fact that women have more options than men because they get more messages, right?
Mm-hmm.
So who should be and again, men respond quicker because of the lack of opportunity. Right? Okay. So with those two dynamics, it's the men who are exploring their options. No, there are no options. There is a option or two. There are options for women by and large
that they largely ignore.
That's what I'm saying, y'all. Like, this is blatant. Don't look at this and be like, oh yeah, no, he's dumb. No, it's a fucking grift.
Yeah.
He knows the majority of you will not sit down here and take the time to piece this shit out and actually try to make it make sense to yourself. And he gets away with it because they have millions of followers.
Which I don't understand.
No, they do have millions of followers.
I think they're at 1 million by now. No, they're at 686,000.
Okay. So thousands, hundreds of thousands.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I mean, these niggas are menaces. They are a menace.
1,000%. Any other thoughts on Fresh and Fit?
No, absolutely not. Give us your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.
And make sure you check out our. I don't think we should have a Fresh and Fit playlist. Let's just go ahead and direct you if you want to see more on our reactions to Fresh and Fit throughout the last years.
Eating off of Fresh and Fit, making sure you guys get paid. Yeah, man.
Plus, it's only.
Wouldn't even have no fucking content if it wasn't for Fresh and Fit. Man.
I think we only have 4 videos total. So,
bro, we don't have to count.
If you want to check out any other of our other Fresh and Fit reactions, make sure you check the one below. And also, like he said, make sure you subscribe. We like to talk about content creators who are on bullshit. So make sure you subscribe.